if any member of Congress so much as stutters to say that the Confederacy were traitors to the United States, that the Confederacy is a legion of white supremacists, if you so much as stutter to say that, turn in your pin and get out.
Is there some rash of congressmen or women defending the Confederacy?
No, that's political suicide.
Where did that happen? When did this happen? Very confused now.
I mean, Joe Biden was friends with Larry Byrd, who was doing that. So
Larry Byrd?
Yeah, wasn't a
basketball player?
Well, not the basketball player.
You mean Strom Thurmond?
Was it Strom Thurmond? No, well, who's the Byrd guy?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. Look up Confederacy and Byrd.
Didn't he...
I'm usually pretty good about this.
I don't know if didn't he read the eulogy at Strom Thurmond's funeral or something weird?
Yeah.
But it was sort of like, it's kind of like a fuck you, because like they weren't friends, and like he comments on it like this was like his final like fuck you to make him read the eulogy at his funeral.
Oh, really?
Because you can't like shit on someone, right, when you're reading their eulogy.
Oh yeah, that is kind of messed up. Forcing him to like say a bunch of nice things about an open white supremacist to totally throw his political career in the toilet as the guy is like dead.
Confederacy Byrd.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like I'm just getting birds. Like I don't know what you're talking.
Oh, there's a lot of white supremacist birds.
Like I don't know what you're talking about.
They all must
here
be
you
Southern
go.
birds.
A bird named for a Confederate general sparks calls for change.
Here, let me look.
Some bird named after a Confederate general.
I think it's BRYD. Byrd. Racist. Racist bird.
Wait a minute.
Robert Byrd.
Autobahns...
Did Robert Byrd really change his mind on race? Who's Robert Byrd? Robert Clay Byrd is an American politician who served in the United States and West Virginia for over 51 years until he died in 2010. That might be it. Biden did not eulogize former KKK Grand. Byrd's racist past should not be downplayed. Yeah, that's him. Robert Byrd. So fuck you, Sitch.
There you go.
My memory is unassailable.
Impeccable.
Let's get back to AOC here.
Let's
I like this I like this freeze frame that you've.
Oh my god.
Her hands look.
Go join. Why don't you go join them if you are so sympathetic to them? But you have
Sitch, go join them.
No place in the capital of the United States.
As she's doing the white supremacy. This is the worst.
Oh my god.
This is the worst time to be doing this.
Who's
AOC.
dog whistling to her secret racist supporters.
She's like, this is her like, I'm just kidding about all this stuff, guys.
Oh my god. Someone take a screenshot. AOC dog whistling to white supremacists as she talks about the attack on the Capitol Hill. Oh my god. I gotta take a picture.
Let's see if she winks.
Yep.
She's like, go ahead and join the Confederacy. Wink, wink.
AOC dog whistle.
America in the citadel of democracy, if that's the trash that you believe in. Because
How is it the citadel of democracy? I thought it was the citadel of the Republic.
This is all such Fox
fake
making outrage. Like
they're making the decisions for us there. We're not deciding.
We will never go back. I'll tell you that right now.
Right now.
We will never go back. The only way forward is a multiracial democracy that fights for the economic rights of all people and this.
But of course, if it's something like COVID relief, we got to make sure we give it to the Black and Latino people.
You have to prioritize
first.
Non-white people. Yes,
not all people. Let's be clear here.
Yeah, when she says multiracial democracy, it's like, okay, it's good. It's like, but she doesn't mean white people when she says
I know.
It's like, oh, white people aren't a race. It's like, oh, okay.
Get these white devils out of here.
There you go.
Civil rights of all people, period.
Period.
Wait.
I know.
She just said, we have to create a multiracial society where we respect and have the civil rights of all people. And yet she's the one who later in this video is advocating for people to be completely deplatformed and depersoned forever. I'm like, well, what about those people's civil rights? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, Sitch, they made a mistake. They voted for Trump.
I see. There you go.
And they would rather see our country burn than to see them be shoulder to shoulder equal to others.
So not true. So not true.
It's just, you know, people say AOC is some great orator, some great social media guru. I wouldn't use the term burn. I don't know. You know, I wouldn't want people to think of all the burning and looting that happened last year if I was AOC. I'd stray from that word.
Yeah, no.
That is the tragedy of white supremacy. The tragedy of white supremacy is that it is doomed to fail.
That's the tragedy? No, that's the hold on. You got that
Isn't that
backwards.
good? That's a weird line.
That's the hope that white supremacy is doomed to fail. We'll give you this one.
Doomed to fail. White supremacists will never, ever, ever live in a world where they will see their fantasies come true. Ever. Which is why...
So she's kind of fucking her own narrative here, because if that's true,
then
why do we have to fight so hard to get rid of them?
Yeah, wait, I'm confused here because I thought the argument was that their fantasy had already come true. Like we were talking about how like we live in a white supremacist nation. I thought like the fantasy was already a reality and we were fighting against that.
Right.
I'm so confused here.
Or that Donald Trump was the white supremacist president and he was trying to enable a white supremacist coup and he almost died because the white supremacists almost took over. And then now she's saying that it will never happen.
Where are we at here? I thought we were fighting. Hold on. Are we fighting against this or not?
Is this a real concern or is this just bullshit?
Oh, man.
You gotta keep your message straight, AOC. Confusing.
They rely on violence. That's why they cling to violence so much.
Black Lives Matter.
Well, this part's like, so much of this is so devoid of self-awareness.
Yeah.
You know, like, the reason the white supremacists are violent is because they know their thing. You know, their ideas of the world will never come true. It's like, well, is that true of all the fucking assholes rioting last year? Is that why they're violent? Is that why the protests make you feel uncomfortable? Because they know that their fucking dream of woke communism, whatevernism isn't going to happen, AOC?
Ooh, yeah.
Because no other way for them. There's no other way. Every other way is democratic and cooperative, where we all must share our genius with one another, where our society is not built on supremacy or on a politics of domination of one another.
So that's a chick with a list, right? It's so...
So wait.
So many contradictions.
I'd love to ask AOC a question. I'd say, so does this mean that you're against critical race theory, which states that democracy can't solve this multiracial problem that you're talking about?
Oh my God, I know. They're completely against this multiracial society.
And they can't live in a world. They can't live in a world without supremacy, without domination. They can't live in a world where they can just coexist. No. They have to reign supreme.
Can you imagine like being this detached from reality? You're like, that's the problem. That's why Black Lives Matter and Antifa is rioting, because people just can't coexist with each other. They just want to dominate each other.
No, it's complete ridiculousness. Of course, I can't imagine it. But
do the Antifa people who want to live in an anarchist, anarcho-communist system, they want to dominate, the rest of the country? They want to force the country into their will? Do they not count?
That's true. Yeah.
And since a white supremacist world and since supremacy in general is a myth, it will never be true for anybody.
Well, the mask is slipping here. What the hell? She's completely undermining her electoral strategy here. Her strategy is that white supremacy is everywhere and that we have to fight that white supremacy. Like they just had her opening argument was that the whole crowd was white supremacists.
There was a man who flew the Confederate flag in the Capitol.
Yeah.
Adam. And I was afraid of my life. But also the thing I'm afraid of is not real and it can never happen. So, it's just, I'm a little confused by my messaging here, but just stick with me. It all makes sense. If you just don't think, just feel what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it.
Supremacy is a myth. They have to resort to violence. They have to. Because there is no other way for them. But.
So there you go. AOC, whenever anyone, protester or rioter, uses violence, that means that their cause is bullshit.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm sure this clip will never be used against her in the future. I
mean, I'm wondering about the police. If police brutality is a myth, they have to use violence. I mean, she's generally making the conservative argument against Black Lives Matter right now.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You know what? What is the result of that? Nothing. It's nihilism. It's just destruction.
Now she's a goddamn Jordan Peterson fan. I'm so confused.
Look, Adam, while she was sitting in that room, afraid for her life, not sure whether the security guards protecting her or her fellow congressmen were going to rat her out, she was on the brink of an emotional breakdown. And there she saw the corner of her eye, sitting on a table, laying there.
Oh, no.
With Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life.
She looked into it.
And she started reading it, and suddenly the words of Saint Peterson filled her bosom. And on that day, her heart grew 3 sizes, and she became a Jordan Peterson fan.
Her heart
went home and immediately cleaned her room.
Her bosom grew 3 sizes. She's like, well, I do stop to pet cats on the street. I'll give him that much.
And then what claim will you have? That you rule over a destroyed society? That the ashes belong to you?
I wish she gave the speech.
I know. I was
fucking burning buildings down last year, right?
I was thinking the same thing. Why isn't she giving this after Kenosha?
I know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, do it with Kenosha footage.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this speech and I'm gonna cut up this sections of it and I'm gonna overplay it of people rioting and burning down buildings. Yeah, and I'm gonna say AOC comes out hard against Antifa.
There you go. Exactly. What are you gonna preside? You're gonna preside over the ashes. Show people hitting ransacking the target.
Right. Oh, let's see.